And so, Jamaica Street, Beacon Street, Jim, Riley, Tom Serson, Joe Zilliga, Indian, and let's see, Harry J. Race, Bernard the Chance, DJ Dave, Peter Quinlan, Hilton Anderson, Don Wiley, 1961 Amphibious Bassman, the Biddy Bat for Blue Boy Boxes, Robo Rapist Knight, Red Randy, Red Gordon, and Harry 138 there, and Ellery's, Jim Hall, Bill Duvall, Duck King, Hilton Anderson, Don Wiley, Karen Faust, Country and Western. Since rape is such a taboo subject for you there, Bernard and Perlita, and you're using it for your con and scam and grift with the Indians there, of Joe, Bridges. Remember this, Joe. Most victims of a sexual crime, and it's going to be women, of rape, are going to check out the statistics and places of where it occurs the most, so they can avoid it. Okay? So, when the groups of you stalk Biddy the Batch 4, Whispering Flag, a fair amount people, and it's a funny subject for you to repeat that abuse, Bernard de la Carney, Dave, they kind of reveal those of you who are. So when you, Bernard and Perlita and Red Brandy and Red Global Knight tried to bring in the Carney, is supposedly the work of salvation to save everyone, it proves you're a liar, Bernard de la Carney, Ellery's, Robo Knight, DJ Dave, Perlita, Joe, because here's a good example, Harry. It goes that far back. If you guys were the professed saviors of the red Colorado, red here in San Diego, red Florida, red wherever, you would have never committed the sexual act or crime at all, Country and Western. Doug, Bernard, understand? You would have never needed the Carney, Bernard, so how did it ever work, Perlita? Or you guys profess that the ghetto life is what saved everyone? I'm afraid not. Where was the salvation? It never existed, Bernard. Because your whole premise, like I said, with the group of you guys, Bernard, Elitch, Angelo, Freeman, was based upon the lie, con, scam, and grift of natural disasters upon the people. And you guys take advantage of it for calling it the necessary need of warfare. So, you guys' mockery there, Harry. See, like I said, supposedly Stan or Joe was the white purity, and you guys screwed up all the stuff as it evolved. You guys came through Country and Western and slammed it all down. Harry, Joe, Bernard, your team Embry, Bernard LeChance, at least guess what? They watched you guys do it, and watched you guys lie the entire time. Apple, Microsoft, Google. So they just used me from your violent event up there, Riley or Harry or Joe, Starbucks Blue, and boom, 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 boom. Watched your Genesis up, watched your guys' Genesis down. Understand, Bernard? Since they're pretty much figuring out there that you guys liked Harry, Joe, Elton, like I said, to cut those Joe Bailey stuff open or Kim stuff open, watch it shit and mock it because you're that super fag Carney there, Bernard. Red Robo Knight, Red Ellery. Now go back to Russia. Run back to Israel. Sorry, Jamaica Street, Beacon Street. Like I said, guys, as Harry put those kids in there, and you guys, it was working nicely, and then you brought in Riley and the Antilla Man and all this stuff, right? Plucking pieces, David, from me and my dad, needle in the foot stairs, all the places. Yes, that good. That good, so good, in fact, Joe. Not only does it prove it for those girls, and the cousins, and some of the girls in Aurora and out here, but it also proved it, what you guys did to me. Understand? Harry, I was never your friend. And the whole Brian, you guys do the Thomas and Brian thing, so like I said, you older men could claim to be those children with those names, and then screw their girlfriends or their wives. See why I did that for her, Bernard? The Schwartz girl, the blue girls. So like I said, when he placed that on her and then breathed to talking it like the Star Trek girl, it turned black as could be. Joe, Harry, Bernard, the man, the Steely of the rainbow, to reveal that you destroyed the water world until a man, Joe. Harry Bernard, with your comic book delusion. You guys destroyed the other man's stuff out here. Everything. The water turned green, it turned black. Even Ireland, got it before you, Perlita, Red Randy, and Joe. I mean, you're trying to flash the rainbow in my eyes, or, the flag in front of me, you fully well knowing that I was not the fact. You know why he does that, though? So he could take over the Blue Girl space station base. But at first, Bernard and all them destroyed it. Those people destroyed it, and then they try to slip in with their inbreedy clones. So you're doing the same process, Bernard, but you guys are so sicko. Like I said, be careful. Be careful. Be very, very careful with the problems you have on this planet that shouldn't exist, Bernard, because it proves you Christians lied. It proves that you guys pretty much came in on a Jewidic planet using Greek or whatever and thrashed their stuff. That's why Boots, she still works pretty good, because she's probably more educated than you, Perlita and Bernard and Ellie. And then so Bernard, you running around Lancaster and Texas lying to everybody, and then going out to Mexico and Spain and lying to everybody, and then Israel, back to the snow. You, Bernard and Joe, basically, you know what it proves? That you existed in a reality that was not created by you men, and then you guys turn around and say you created it. So heed those warnings about false messiahs, because it also applies in the real world whether you believe in religion or not. Understand? So how could you have ever been white purity, Stan and Joe, when you didn't create it? You might have woken up one day and that was there, just like the same with me, the Microsoft thing, and Harry and them go, oh, what are these? But I was never a Negro, Harry. Just like I'm not one now. But you guys do your split with this prison tank shit, and he's got it all made up, Ohio boy. The Ohio hillbilly boy and his football following Harry and Joe and the Indian story. You know why you guys are getting fucked up? Because you guys screwed over a bunch of girls and their fathers. Because you guys use sex and rape as your excuse for warfare. So like I said, the centuries may not be here anymore, Joe. Because they watched you mock and destroy me and that child how many times? They evolved to stop cleaning up your mess, Joe. How many times, Joe, Harry, Bernard, you guys got to cross and they are going to evolve? Why do we want to waste time here? We helped them once, twice. Oh, they abuse it. And so guess what? The military, the police, the FBI, CIA, NASA, Apple, Microsoft, Google, Intel, all those entities that you guys abused, they evolve. So you're not going to touch my spy plane, Joe. Maybe not even the Japanese spy plane. Understand, Joe? It doesn't matter if I make the spy plane or not. It evolved. Because it evolved those people who designed it and created it in the first place, just like Ferrari and all those. So we watch those of you who sit there and say, well, make the claims that, oh, we were. But it's evolving past you all. Because look, Red Randy the rapist and the Indians and, their scam, they're still too busy running Carney scam while the people evolve. That's why the group of you, Bernard, never evolve. Because the premise of atheism, you guys put in that replaced what was already working, the religious story, the Judah story or whatever, because you guys professed that you beat it with your Greek Trojan horse. But guess what? You guys will never get to evolve because you guys want the Carney and football scam with Harry and the Pickens Tech Cowboy Country and Western, because you guys basically said that it was at the pinnacle or the apex of your evolution. So those who helped you evolve, whether it's human beings or not, if it's there or not, David, as you go over there, they know you're lying, the whole group of you, because they know, like I said, they know what you're chasing. You men are chasing the girl with the blue dress. Not once, not twice, 3 times. Whether she wears the blue dress or not. So, Joe, as you go back over there with your team and breathe into the queen. Ooh, whoa, Joe. They go, look at the pictures of the royal family mess that you made, Harry, Joe, Bernard. Why do you do that, minister? Because of the cross? The prayer book cross in the Fairmount Cemetery? You know what they're figuring out about the group of you, Sicko, Robo Knight, Red Randy, Team El Cortez, World War II? Even the Germans, the Nazis that you guys supposedly claim that you are, that you're frauds. And it dissolves. Blink. Dunk. Joe, I don't think he was ever your friend because he figured out what you did to your daughters, Joe. Understand? And then they left because they knew, Joe, you would never tell the truth with that group of men and those cowboys ever again because they also watched you destroy what? Ron Miller's creation. Drake Val's creation. Paul Bueller's creation. All-American. Get it? Get it, All-Americans and country and Western, your dictatorship? Malcolm's creation. Beswick's. Colin Powell's. The Joint Chiefs of Staffs. The political parties, whether no matter what color it was. For what? You guys choose Elton as your false messiah because, you know, it allows you to do whatever you want, like Perlita, Bitted Fat. Ellery's can't do it, Bitted, steal the Bitted. And this people come like out here now, what, you guys gonna do, steal the Bitted again? Ah, look, guess who it is? Guess what Red Randy and them wait for? To go pickpocketing people. And that's all that carny shit Carney does. And that's why you guys never evolve, Indians. Because you're thieves and liars. And that's all you'll ever be on this base. So they'll watch you. That's all you are, Joe. Robo Knight, Ellery's. Because it's your group, Robo Knight. Rapist Robo Knight. Then he runs away to try to be the badass of the earth. Pop, click it. Hide it. You're rapists and murderers. And that's all you'll ever be. Harry and Joe. That's all you'll ever be, Indians. That's all you'll ever be. Because you guys said that's the pinnacle of your evolution. To be carny pickpockets in the team of football. An all-American racist country and Western ghetto. So, the women evolved because guess what? They stopped doing it because they learned the lesson of the men who keep doing it are the ones who screwed them over. So if you're going to protect the women for real, Robo Knight, do it for real, but don't lie to them because your stench is everywhere around the planet. When you took that dial after you killed those kids and floated over everybody telling them, Harry, and raped the whole city as well as Colorado, New York, when you guys brought in that carny circus of shit. Understand? Like I said, Robo Knight and your team, the whole world's going to reveal your con and deception because it was never yours in the first place.